Hi again, Reverend Al here, from my living room to yours. We lit a candle to my right, and it symbolizes and reminds us all of persevering, staying the course, doing what we got to do during this time of the COVID 19 virus. As I got thinking about what I would share today and pondering, I decided I would talk about and read about doing our best. I remember it was 1982, June 22nd, around 6:30 in the evening, and I was victim of a hate crime, stabbed in Boston, and for all intents and purposes, I thought probably dying. And I remember just as I passed out and would soon be taken by ambulance to the Boston City Hospital, and I thought to myself, gosh, I wonder if I'm going to go to hell. I had been raised in a kind of a strict household that taught heaven and hell and a very structured way to live our lives to avoid the dastardly place. But I remember as I lay there on the street thinking about that, just suddenly, three things came to my mind. One, I have never purposefully hurt another human being in my life. Secondly, I've helped others whenever I could. And thirdly, I lived true to myself to the best of my ability. I remember in that moment this incredible peace just came over me. I was completely content. Whether I would die or not, I just knew that all was well. And I don't know why, but that really, I don't know why, but that story came to mind as I was thinking about doing our best. I remember my life for a human, I certainly hurt a lot of people just by being a human being. And I certainly failed myself and didn't live up to my best potential. But what stood out to me in all of these three ideas or thoughts that came through my mind is that I did my best. There is something to be said today for doing our best. I would like to read to you from the book called The Four Agreements. It's a practical guide to personal freedom written by John Miguel Ruiz, a Toltec wisdom book. He talks about four main agreements of life. One, be impeccable with your word. Two, don't take anything personally. Three, don't make assumptions. And four, always do your best. Though it is not a religion, Toltec honors all the spiritual masters who have taught on the earth. While it does embrace spirit, it is most accurately described as a way of life, distinguished by the ready accessibility of happiness and love. So, as you might guess, I would like to read just a bit of his writing about doing our best. I read. I invite you as I do, if you're comfortable, just close your eyes and listen to the words while I read from a book. He writes, there is just one more agreement, but it is the one that allows the other three to become deeply ingrained habits. The fourth agreement is about the action of the first three. Always do your best. Under any circumstance, always do your best. No more and no less. But keep in mind that your best is never going to be the same from one moment to the next. Everything is alive and changing all the time. So your best will sometimes be high quality, and other times it will not be as good. When you wake up refreshed and energized in the morning, your best will be better than when you are tired at night. Your best will be different when you are healthy as opposed to sick, or sober as opposed to drunk. Your best will depend on whether you are feeling wonderful and happy, or upset, angry, jealous. In your everyday moods, your best can change from one moment to another, from 1 hour to the next, from one day to another. Your best will also change over time. As you build the habit of the four new agreements, your best will become better than it used to be. Regardless of the quality, keep doing your best. No more and no less than your best. If you try too hard to do more than your best, you will spend more energy than is needed. In the end, your best will not be enough. When you overdo, you deplete your body and go against yourself, and it will take you longer to accomplish your goal. But if you do less than your best, you will subject yourself to frustrations, self-judgment, guilt, and regrets. Just do your best. In any circumstance in your life. It doesn't matter if you are sick or tired. If you always do your best, there is no way you can judge yourself. And if you don't judge yourself, there is no way you are going to suffer from guilt, blame, and self-judgment. By always doing your best, you will break a big spell that you may have been under. It's my prayer. It's my thought as we gather together in this Moments United that all we have to do is our best. Be that helping our family, doing homeschooling with our children, going to do the necessary shopping at stores, learning to find a new way to do Zoom meetings, whatever it may be, our best is enough. May you carry that with you this week. I will as well. I offer blessing from my living room to yours. Amen.